Welcome to Engagements, Medicine, Religion, and Health, on behalf of your teachers, Dr. Daniel Gordon and me. Engagements, by definition, is meant to engage the student in important discussions. So online, we thought would be a little bit of a challenge, but we have really done the best we can to help you, the students, delve deeply into the information and to get to know each other better, even though we're not together on a regular basis face to face. And we will be asking for your input at the end of the semester as to how we can make this course better. So, what is it about? Engagements courses by nature are meant to show connections among disciplines. So in this case, the connection between the practice of medicine, the personal practice of religion, and the personal practice of our health. They also are meant to help us engage in higher level thinking, so not just facts, but also unpacking deeper questions and issues is what we'll be doing. As you read in Chapter 1 of our Koenig textbook, there has already been a fair amount of research done exploring this area and making connections and supporting them. We will also take a look at what the Bible has to say about our health, as well as exploring human suffering and even death and dying. We'll look at how spirituality plays a role in those times of our lives. And if you are one of the many students who hopes to someday have a career in the healthcare field, we will also explore whether we have a responsibility to support the spiritual needs of our patients. First, I would like to cover a few housekeeping matters. If you were in a traditional classroom course, you would probably spend 3 hours a week sitting in class, discussing with your classmates and your instructors, and taking notes. So please expect to spend 3 hours a week on information intake. These will be in the form of videos and readings. So you'll be spending about 3 hours of intake every week. In addition to that, just like a regular class, expect to spend 1 to 2, maybe sometimes even 3 hours a week on assignments, discussion boards, and things that you will be showing Dr. Gordon and me whether you understand the material well. So these assignments and discussion boards not only help you know your classmates better, but let Dr. Gordon and me know how well you're understanding the concepts in the course. And these will be in the form, like I said, of online quizzes and discussion boards. So let's take a look at our Blackboard setup here. And you will normally enter at the weekly schedule screen, which is right here. But we're going to start right now looking at the welcome screen. Let's take a look at that. Here you will find the syllabus and the instructor contact information and the textbook information. And even though there are several books that we'll draw from, the Koenig text is the only one that you will be required to purchase. The others will be provided as either PDF files or online links. So those are listed here on the welcome page, but also on the content page in the weekly schedule. So let's look at the weekly schedule page now. And it's divided, as you can see, into folders for each week, week 1, 2, 3, and so on, with the dates of the weeks. And the weeks in this course run from Monday morning until Sunday night at 11:59, just before midnight. So the first week started Monday morning, whenever you're listening to this video, I don't know, and will be completed this Sunday night right before midnight. And each week you will see here a learning sequence. And it's really important to complete the activities in the sequence that you see here. For the most part, there will be readings and either video or audio files, and study questions and discussion boards. So let's take a look at week 1, just clicking inside that. So you see a video lecture. You see, you can find out which discussion group you're in by looking here. You see a video, and you see right here the week 1 study questions. The study questions are set up as a quiz, but they're not really quizzes. They're open book questions, and they are just questions to make us sure that you are getting the main concepts from the readings and videos that we want you to get. They are usually due on Sunday right before midnight, but there may be 1 or 2 that are due earlier, so always check the syllabus and Blackboard for the due dates. You can see them in both of those places. The discussion boards will be done in groups, and week 1 tells which group each person is in. You can see that list here. So let's take a look at the discussion boards. They're pretty easy to maneuver. So we're going to take a look at this week 1 discussion board. And you'll see group 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. And you know which group you're in, so you will only be interacting with the people in your group. So no matter how many people there are in the class, you're going to have a group of 6, 7, or 8 people. And those are the ones that you will be interacting with each week, and that hopefully that way you get to know them a little bit. So you just click, let's say I'm in group 1, we're just going to click on there, and this is a question from Dr. Gordon, and it's going to say in a single discussion post, answer these 2 questions. So you see the questions here, and you just hit reply to start your part of the thread. So this is the requirement for most of the discussion boards, for you to put your reply in, and those are usually due by Thursday at midnight, usually, and then you are supposed to read all of those in the next, from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, read your the people in your groups, read their replies, and you're to respond to 2 of them by Sunday before midnight. So you have up till Thursday night for your response, and the next 3 days for you to respond to other people. So that's the way it will be, and of course you can respond to more people. That's perfectly fine, but just 2 is what's required. For full credit, you will get, and you see the point values here. For full credit, a good reply, a thoughtful response, and also thoughtful responses to your classmates. And please be respectful in your replies to your classmates. No tacky responses or anything like that. That would be really, really rude. So don't be doing that. The readings will come from the Koenig text, online links, and also PDF files, and there will be some from the Bible. So that is mostly what you need to know about the course. We'll go back to the welcome page again. And next I will introduce myself. I am Ruth Henry, Dr. Ruth Henry. I am the chair of the Kinesiology Division of the Department of Nutrition and Kinesiology. So I clearly have a personal and professional interest in health and how taking care of our bodies really helps our quality of life just overall. It seems the religious and spiritual aspects of life are just difficult to separate from each other, from our physical bodies. 1 Corinthians tells us that our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, that we were bought with a price, and that we are to honor God with our bodies. So in light of that teaching, how can we separate our spiritual selves from our physical bodies? I also teach yoga, which can be an activity that connects the mind, the body, and the spirit. So that's also an interest of mine. I also teach biostatistics and research methods. So I'm interested in the research that supports those connections between medicine, religion, and health. And I've included a couple of videos, Integrity, to help you understand the research presented in the textbooks and to make sure that that research maybe is a little bit clearer for you, hopefully. So that is me, Dr. Henry, and I am married, have 3 grown children and 8 grandchildren, and have been teaching here since the early 90s. Absolutely love teaching. I really like the personal aspect of teaching in the classroom, so I will try to get to know you the best I can online without knowing you in person. I'm going to let Dr. Gordon introduce himself and the content for week 1. If you have questions, please contact us by email. Our addresses are there in the welcome link right here. Our email addresses are here in the welcome link, or the welcome tab. So I hope you enjoy this semester with us. Thanks for being in our course.